Yeah, all right, my flow sinister.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Hey, kill. 27.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. The Cardinals at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. This is Ford. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now Prescott on 4th down. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to...
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer finding room in midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Looking to throw. Prescott. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hey, kill! 47!
From the red zone now, Prescott dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Browns are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. The Browns drive about to get started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun now on third down.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run on first down with Akers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now back to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect him with his legs for that first down pickup.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Akers is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
That's good for a Cardinal. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Kill. Hey, kill. 47.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the ready?
He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to work. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
First down, Prescott. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Prescott on first down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On first and 10, Prescott. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On play action, Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Prescott yet again. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Here we go, set. Drill, 52. Shot, 17. Ready?
Now Akers to start the third quarter on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push it back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 19 yards away. And the Browns have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott to Mixon on the chip. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Extra point forthcoming. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Next to score, Browns 28, Cardinals 17.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
46.
A first down throw for Prescott. Completion here to Claypool. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Prescott. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 11 now, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We're going to 53. We're going to 53.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to air one out. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Akers. Down to about the 22 here. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Browns. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Prescott from the gun. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, get him. Under.
4th down. Prescott.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
To the air again, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Browns 49, Cardinals 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This is taken just shy of this.
And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. T.J. Hockenson, 26 yards. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto, and so the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
46.
Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. Here we go, kill.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll set up a throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Here we go.
2nd and 4.
Fight 60.
Back to throw again. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a 1st down as well.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation.
Ready.
They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Right. Ready?
They'll run here with Akers. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this putt? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Prescott to throw it. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Prescott. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
But Charles, a lot of happy